If you're new here and you haven't subscribed, please by all means go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it so you'll be notified whenever I post new content. Give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment or a question in the section below. Welcome back to my channel. It's still Vlogmas and today is day 7. I'm going to keep it real simple today. I'm going to be showing you guys how I reapply my Chebe infused water to my hair and also how I seal in that moisture. For those of us who do not know what Chebe infused water is, I'm going to link the first video in the description box so you can check it out. Chebe infused water is simply water in a spray bottle that has Chebe powder and karkar oil and whatever other oils that you use on your natural hair in it. So this is my Chebe infused water. You can see how much I've used since I started using it, and I think I made the first video about 1 to 2 weeks ago, or not quite up to 2 weeks, but I made that video and then I put it out to show you guys how you can prepare and how you can use Chebe powder and karkar oil without the smell and without the product residue that it leaves in your hair. Now, Chebe powder is typically used as a hair growth product. I've said this before in several other videos. It's used as a hair growth product, and so is karkar oil, and the combination of both of them serve to make your hair healthier, increase your hair length, reduce breakage, and also boost your hair growth. So I found a way to infuse my water in my spray bottle with Chebe powder and karkar oil, and I did not invent this, by the way. Someone else did before me, and then I discovered it and decided to give it a try, and since then it has been so much easier to use Chebe powder, guys. And I'm telling you, I can literally spray it on my hair and go for days at a time without being worried about smell, without being worried about product residue. And if you don't know what the product residue of Chebe is like, Chebe is grainy in texture. So by the time you apply that on your hair, it leaves, the grains are in your hair. It's kind of like having sand in your hair, which is not even comfortable for anybody. And then you're supposed to keep reapplying this to your hair time after time at specific periods of time. So by the time you keep reapplying all of that, you're just loading up the product and loading up the product and loading up the product, which I did at a time. But I actually stopped using Chebe because I was trying to figure out a way to apply it to my hair without having to deal with that residue. It's the residue that's the problem for me, because it makes it extremely uncomfortable to do things. You can't style your hair in certain ways other than the style that you're wearing the Chebe powder in, and you also cannot sleep comfortably. So once I found this method, guys, I was so thrilled. And by the way, this is my Chebe butter. I never completed this experiment, but I'm going to be reapplying this to my cornrows, and then I'm going to be sealing with this butter. Now let's get started. My current protective style is cornrows, so this is about the easiest application that I'm going to do for a product and my protective style. So people, let me quickly say, people have asked me how I'm preserving this. I don't own a fridge, so I am simply leaving this in my cupboard. My cupboard is quite cold though, so I'm leaving it in my cupboard and it's still fine. I'm just going to shake it up so it mixes. You remember from my Chebe video where I was preparing this water, it showed that the water and the oil tends to separate after you leave it for some time, even if it's a couple of seconds. So you have to mix it or shake it up before you spray it on your hair. Now, what I observed though is that the water, the color of the water, after it has settled for a few days, this is not the color it was initially. So it's kind of creamier, it's kind of thicker, and yeah, that's basically it. But it's not as if it's bad, and it does not smell stale, or the smell is not unbearable the way the raw Chebe powder is. Ew, I mean, Now I'm not going to completely drench my hair with the water. I'm just going to apply enough to moisturize it without being a nuisance to me. So here I'm simply spraying my ends, and then I'm almost done actually. So as you can see, this process does not take long at all. You just have to make sure the water gets to your scalp and to every part of your hair, and then you're basically good to go. So I don't touch my edges when I'm not doing anything. And now I'm going to take some of the water. I don't use too much because there's already oil in the Chebe infused water. That's the quantity I'm using. So that's really all there is to this video, guys. Let me wash my hands.